Hello. Okay. So maybe you guys are out there. Helen, Shelley, Stephanie. I'm not sure if this stuck. I might have to move this camera back at some point. I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of things to say about these times, but I think actually the practice just speaks for itself. You know what I've been emphasizing around breath and the idea that we arise new on our in-breath and that we let go of everything on our out-breath. So that simple technique of being aware of our breath is uber helpful in terms of anxiety or stress that you might be feeling around that which shall not be named. I think that if we keep our body supple and strong and our breath open, and we continue to open towards every feeling we have, and if we're willing to really get present with all our feelings, being good or bad, we can keep them moving, and that's a very key piece. So not dissing yourself like I was last week around feeling, in advance cooped up if they close my doors and I'm inside with my kids. Not catastrophizing, not projecting forward into the future, but really just staying present in our belly, in our dantian, and experiencing exactly what's going on just at the bare knowing level. So the story making is a great thing to let go of entirely on the out breath. And then on the in breath, arising up just very simply into our body, occupying our sensations and our cells and our vitality, trying to boil it right back down to the minimum. So let's begin with a big in breath and out with some kind of a sigh. Open mouth sigh. In breath and out. Let that get a little bit longer. In and out. And in and out. Put your mind in your sits bones, in your tailbone, the tip of your tailbone. Let that breath go right down to that spade, that sacrum, and that tip is digging into the earth, imaginarily digging into the earth. The crown rises. Our spine just strung up like a string of beads, nice and long and relaxed, flowing free between heaven and earth. That's finding our natural breath. Let's lengthen our breath a little bit as we press forward, lifting our face and our chest backwards, opening between our shoulder blades, letting our chin squish against our thyroid, and in, lifting and opening at the thyroid, out, gazing to the navel, and in, just adding a few extra seconds at the top and bottom. Suspending breath, opening throat. Let yourself get into that rhythm. Your sound like waves. trancing yourself out. A nice predictable beat of your breath. Slowing down a little bit, even more. One more in. Lift from your sternum, not wrinkling at the back of the neck, but lifting right from your sternum. Full open throat, tongue out. Stay here for a minute. Bobble your head. So you're squishing your chin against your thyroid, opening at the back of the neck, relaxing in between the shoulder blades. Trying to hold your breath out if you can. You can feel that pull right down in between your shoulder blades, releasing and lengthening the back heart. Now undulate vertebra by vertebra until we come to the longest spine that we can. Take a body scan. Let that body scan relax as you run it through. Your eyes soften, your nose softens, your sinuses, your tongue, your throat, clearing, relaxing your shoulder girdles, your heart. Really detail it. Your diaphragm, your belly, especially your diaphragm, your belly, your low belly, points of hips, through those hip flexors, and now find that tailbone, that single point, like a spade, right into the earth. So now see if you can get that whole body sense, your whole body. Big triangle, solid as a mountain, lifted crown, grounded knees. Take a mental picture, mental snapshot of that implacable mountainness. Whole, wholesome, strong. Okay, now let's do some Sufi rolls. So this is the one where we're holding our diaphragm parallel to the ground. Got a very fancy top on here. Whoa. Like Marianne in Gilligan's Island. Other direction. Right? So my ribs are trying to stay parallel. So that's opening up my diaphragm. Other direction. Well, I mean, play around with it at your own timing. Your head is on straight. Your chin is parallel. Your breath is right down to the belly button. 3 fingers below the belly button, that dantian. Puff that up from the inside. Soften that constriction. Okay, come to stillness. Now let's do a Sufi roll, tilting the whole spine, still spine. So now we get into the hip flexors. Your knees may want to come off. Try and keep them grounded. So we lengthen right in through here as we come around. Let that rhythm soothe you. Breath. Touch your belly right under the belly button and make sure that it's nice and soft and open. Okay, let that get smaller. Reaching that crown. Now let that crown shower forward like a fountain, forward, walk our hands forward, our filthy garden hands, and rest your forehead right on the ground. Breathe into your kidneys, right underneath your rib cage. Puff that area up right under your rib cage. Big breath out. Release with a big juicy sigh. Waggle your head a little bit. There's a little bit of weight in your forehead. Curling up. Here we are again in our nice elongated spine. Chin slightly tucked, double chin. Shoulders now up and back. Keep your fingers on your knees. You might have to tent a little bit. So just rolling your shoulders. Gently, Helen, that right shoulder relaxing back and down. Other direction. Reaching those right fingertips out to the side. Circle your left arm around back. You can play with your neck. So looking up if you like, looking down if you like. Follow your pleasure, what feels good. Feel your armpits open, your lymph moving and clearing. This is sinking this whole hip, so you're opening this flank. Other side. Circling through the back space, feeling what you need to feel in that neck. Other direction. Keep your breathing nice and soft and long. Armpits opening. Yes. Now reaching both arms. Expanding right across the chest. So use right effort here. The expansion isn't forced. We're not pushing our body around. Gently opening, circling the arms into the back space. So as we really reach into the back space, we open through the clavicle, through the sternum. Even more, reaching into the back space. We're going to do this for some time. Move your hands. You can't see my hands. So hands reaching into the back, thumbs pointing up. Now thumbs pointing down. Try to use right effort here, so staying relaxed and calm. The last thing we want our yoga class to do is to upregulate us right now. We want to calm the fuck down. Now reach around, grab your hands, press your hands upwards towards the back of your neck. Right? Opening the clavicles. Lift your head. No wrinkles at the back, just the face, that sense of face lifting. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Release your arms, let them float. Big breath is what's holding your arms. You can feel that breath from the top of the lungs right underneath your armpit. Float your arms. Now float them right up, shoulder blades down, right up till your fingertips touch. So that crown is extending right into the triangle of my fingers. My shoulder blades are down, face relaxed, throat relaxed, heart relaxed, diaphragm relaxed, belly open, puffy, strong. Drum tum. Lift that triangle, lift your fingers, extend your crown, keep your shoulder blades down though, and circle your arms into the back space. Okay, let's come on to our hands and knees. I think I'll close this, right? Is that sunshine bugging you? Okay. So can you still see me? Here we are on our hands and knees. Wrists are right under elbows, eyes of elbows face towards each other. You can see that? Let's just do some cat-cows. Toes press into mat. Lift. Undulate through vertebra by vertebra. Extend. Stick out your tongue. Gaze between your eyebrows. Lift, gaze to navel. Gaze to eyebrow. In. Vertebra by vertebra. Gaze to navel. Opening at the back heart. Thou shalt not pass. In breath. Out breath. In breath. Gathering, collecting, strengthening. Out breath. That's more like the projecting, the power, the expelling. Curl your toes. Oh, I am going to have to. My hat is really fabulous. I know you guys must love that hat. Right? Is that better? Take off my hat. So curl your toes, your filthy garden toes. Walk your dog. Roll through your big toe mount. Make sure that you're not sickling on the outside of your feet, but really keep the energy rolling from the tip of your big toe through your toe mount, through your arch, through the inside of your heel. So find your nice relaxed dog. Your fingertips are really pulling at the mat, so your wrists aren't taking too much of the weight. You're distributing the weight evenly through all 5 toes. Our hearth. Lift your right leg totally straight. Don't let that hip pull out. Doesn't have to be fancy. Pull that knee towards our chest. Come come forward into an almost push-up. Back straight, three-legged dog. In breath. And out. And in. And out. And in, we're going to go to pigeon. Knee in between hands. You can see me. King pigeon. I don't know if you guys have blocks, but you can put your rump on a block, or you can put a bolster under your rump. You need a little support under that right sits bone. So here we are, kingly, pigeonly, breathing, not disconnecting at the ribs. So these long front lines from this hip flexor, lengthening through, evenly through the body, not breaking at the ribs. Keep those ribs tucked in a little bit, Stephanie. Me too. So we're waiting very patiently for this left hip flexor to lengthen and release. It even reaches into our quad, yeah? Check in with your breath and your low belly. Okay, watch this. Are we warm enough? Push up. Scoot your foot in between your hands and come to a nice low runner's lunge. You've got your hands on the mat. So this is the same stretch basically, slightly different strand down this left leg, but it doesn't have the hip opener on the right? Okay, curl your toe, pull that left foot towards our front foot, and find a nice pyramid. So you can get a little bend in that front leg if you want to, if your hamstring needs a little slight bend. Keep your hips square and just wait. Rising up the titch on the in-breath. Relaxing on the out-breath. Engaging on the in. Relaxing on the out. Engaging. Maybe that means we lift our body up a little bit. Relaxing. Engaging. And relaxing. One more time. Lift. And release. Right? Bend that knee really deep. Keep your core, keep your core connected to your femur. Put your hands forward about 8 inches and just gently lift that back leg. Hip is square. Energy coming out the crown of the head. Breathing, so nice, relaxed breath, even while engagement happens. Okay, let's take that foot to this foot. Here we are here. Long spine. Shelly, you know the deal. You can put a bolster right here if you like. Roll forward, deep forward fold, as long as your lower back is pleased to be forward folding. You guys know your own forward fold, your own lower backs. Each out breath we relax. Each in breath we vitalize. It's all right in there, right in that breath. Everything we need, every medicine. Vitalize on the in breath, relax on the out breath.
The antidote is in our breath. So really hanging, lengthening your hamstrings at the back. Take out your bolster if you've got one. Put your hands behind you like you're about to dive into a pool. Lift your upper body to a 45. Make sure your toes are nicely spread, relaxed. Feel that strong back, stable spine. Scoot your arms up over your head. So actually we're gathered in the belly here. Our drum tum is now like whoosh, gathered. Stay there. Persevere. Strengthen. Your sits bones, your booty's really in the back space, right? Sits bones heading out 45 degree. Let's come all the way up, 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 straight, stacking your bones, feeling your bones nice and on top of each other. Keep rising right up onto our tippy toes. That excellent sensation of being balanced and running straight chi from heaven to earth. Simple conduit. Nice empty tubular vibe. That's what we're going for. We're still on our tippy toes. We have our little triangle over our head. Circle into the back space. Cultivating balance, calm. Hands to prayer. Come down. Spread your feet a little bit, rock back and forth. Press your hands together. Press the blade of your thumb against your thymus. Knock, 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 knock. Relax. So I'm just whacking my breastbone right there with my thumbs. You can do this noise making because you're in your living room. You could do it really in the goofiest fashion. Move your thumb blade to the right and the left of your breastbone, getting your lungs, shaking up your lungs. Oh. Who else could I do this in front of, ladies? Okay, bounce a little bit. Again, we want to feel that plumb line. Crown to tailbone. Relax legs, hip points over knees, over ankles. Hands alongside of body, palms open. So feeling your mountain. Shoulder blades rolled into the back. Down. Go right into that shoulder girdle and feel the spaciousness between your ears and your shoulders. Have you been walking around like this? Back and down. Open heart. Big breath. Okay, let's slide our hands down our femurs till we get into a little teeny tiny ball. Rock back and forth. Squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Get that whole flat of foot stimulated on the ground. Let your knees open your shoulder blades. The back of the heart is nice and spacious. Put your hands behind you. Sit right down. Grab your feet. My feet are filthy. And bounce your butterfly. I put my peas in the ground 2 days ago, even though it's +2 at night.
I did it, just in case you were wondering. And I put mescaline direct seeded into my greenhouse. Bold moves. Big breath. The soothing bounce can slow it down. I know we have this whole left side to do, but let's put our butts on a block or a bolster, a pillow. I hope you guys all have like yoga mats and bolsters at home. So here we are here. Just try any kind of half lotus you can get to. It's fine to have your knee up here. So taking the right foot and placing it on the left thigh. Hands pressing into our knees. And let's do some breath of fire. So we're all the way up, halfway out, and then pumping just the low belly. Aware of the out breath. Hold down there. Root lock. Diaphragmatic lock. Tucked chin. Long crown. In breath. Hold. Tucked chin. Grab that. So couldn't pee if you wanted to. That lower pelvic floor is up, lifted into the back space. Relax. Take a little Sufi roll. So don't let me boss you around with that timing. Do exactly however you feel. If you are running a whole ton of anxiety, just do the breath of fire a little slower and a little less holding on the down and up. I'm cold. My living room was very cold. Okay, let's switch to the other side. So left foot on top of right thigh. Get your alignment. Maybe you want to put a pillow, wherever. I think, Stephanie, this side is harder for you, or the other side. But anyways, you can support that knee. Big breath in. Straight spine, halfway out, and begin. We'll go for 52. No, 54. For 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, out. Hold. In. Grab your pelvis, lock at your diaphragm, tuck your chin, tongue to the back of the mouth if you really want to get complicated. Gaze between the eyebrows, one more level of complication. And relax. Oh, that is so good for you. Do it every day.
Okay, here we are off our cushion, wide spread legs, toes pointing to the ceiling. Squirm around on your sits bones if you have any little twists in our sacrum, trying to get those sits bones evenly distributing weight. You can keep a little bend in your knee. If these hip flexors grip, then bend your knee or lessen your angle. Bring it in. Okay, so hands on knees. Sufi roll. Feel those inside leg lines lengthen. Other direction. Bend this knee. Point our whole core over this right leg. Toes, you can't see. Pull back towards our body. This sits bone wants to peel off. Don't let it. So then just walk forward, relaxing, long spine. So we're not curving, we're not jacking our lumbar. We're keeping a straight spine. Lift our left hand, place it over our right leg. Little tiny twist, so lengthening at the flank. Okay. 4 long deep breaths. We've done them. Lift our left hand again over our right leg. Now we can lengthen down, curling vertebra by vertebra. We just lay out our body along our leg, face towards knee. Doesn't matter where you get to. Extend out your crown. Reach your crown, your face, your throat forward. Help yourself back up. Roll onto that back sits bones. Lengthen, flap and whack. Hands behind your butt. Double duty here. So we're strengthening our shoulder blades at the back. Squeezing them together so that they can hold our shoulders into the back space. Tech shoulders. Right? Opening that heart, opening the lungs, right? Okay, other side. So bending the right heel to the butt, trying to keep this sits bone down. Just a nice, long, straight spine. So it's like Dandasana. The same spine in Dandasana. Straight spine coming right out the top of the crown, tilted forward. Looks simple. Actually, it involves lots of relaxation in this right hip flexor. Reach that breath right down to that sacrum, right out that tailbone. The breath is from crown to sacrum. Each in-breath sweeping through any obstruction you have. Lift your right hand, a little tiny twist, so gazing over your left shoulder. Long breath, release our belly. Let the oxygen get right down into our drum tum. Waiting patiently as that left hamstring lengthens. Maybe we're at breath 5, I don't know. Let's lift our hand up, place it back on the inside of our right. Nice long hamstring toes pulled towards us, and now curling down, vertebra by vertebra. Letting our head drop towards our knee. Even let your face drop towards your knee so that you lengthen the back of your neck. Right effort. The thing about right effort is if you over effort, your muscles will just kick back, right? So approaching your edge and then relaxing back is actually more effective to lengthen your muscles than driving with your will to your deepest point. You know that. I'm always going on about that. Okay, walking our hands up our legs, scooching that leg around, sending the other leg out, pulling the toes towards us, flap and whack. Let's pull our knees towards us. Look at super straight spine. Tilt back. So we're not curving in our lumbar. No, we're not. So just this, we're engaging our belly. Deep low belly pulled towards back space. If you guys, Helen, I'm sure, well, all of you guys, you can straighten your legs. Only if you can keep your lower back straight. If you end up falling into your lumbar, don't do it. Just stick with this, or stick with one leg or the other leg. Superstars can do this. I ain't no superstar. Keep pulling the legs towards us. Let's do a little more strengthening before we get to our other side pigeon. Okay, so here we are lying down. You know the routine. Hands on mat. Feet strongly grounding into the mat. In breath, we pick up just the tiny bit of tail, sacrum. Out breath, ha. Let it go with a ha. A kind of a heaviness, weightedness, groundedness. In breath. Pick up tailbone, sacrum. Out breath, ha. In breath. Pick up tailbone, sacrum. It's just a pelvic tilt all the way up to our lowest rib. Out breath. Vertebra by vertebra now. Articulating each vertebra, space between all the bones for those discs to plump up all the way down. So you end up with a little hand between your pelvis and the floor. You can slide your hand in, so it's not a flat back, it's a natural curve. Okay, we're going all the way up to our shoulder blades. Hold that. Gaze down, see if your ribs are even. See if you can see the points of your hips. Lengthen neck. Don't move your neck side to side. Just lengthen neck, reaching crown to the far wall. Your knees are gently pulling in towards each other. Move your left leg to the center. Lift your right leg up and pulse your pelvis. Switch. Keep your shoulder blades relaxed. Your trapezius want to kick in. Pressing into the ground with your fingertips prevents your trapezius from popping. Okay, down. Hang out here one more little second relaxedly. And now spread your shoulder blades. Lower, 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 lower. Feel those vertebrae really quietly lengthening till you get all the way down. Spread your knees apart and then just windshield wipe. Let that move your head side to side, same side. Head goes to the right, knees go to the right, head goes to the left, knees go to the left. Now do it the other way. Head goes to the left. Well, the knees go to the right, and then head goes to the right, while the knees go to the left. Just to mess with your brain. Get the right and left hemispheres communicating. Let that really rock you, relax you. Pull your knees in, wrap your arms around the back of the knees and bounce, 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 bounce. So your heels are headed towards your sits bones. You're massaging your forearms. Just in case you've been digging in the dirt. Really let your tailbone head towards the earth. Roll into your side body. So this is recovery position. I know, you guys know my shtick. But this just in and of itself is a wonderful anti-anxiety. Your head is on your arm bone. Your other arm is draped around your femur. So your wrist is on your greater trochanter. Hand relaxed. You just simply feel your side ease towards the center of the earth. Recovery position. You get that cylindrical sense, right? Your body, the barrel of your body. So we've got our back nicely connected to the ground. We've got our side nicely connected to the ground. Now let's roll up to our front belly. Feel our belly sinking in towards the earth. Pull towards that molten core. Gravity has us. Grounding us. Simple, plain old gravity's on our side in terms of grounding. Put your hands under your shoulders, in breath, extending face, lifting crown. And down. Forehead on mat. Relax. In breath, extend. And down. So you feel your pubic bone, maybe your hip points pressing into the mat. In breath. Lift, 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 lift. Open all through here, right? This again, we're going for lungs. Open throat, open lungs. You can wiggle your mouth if you like. Relax your face. Down. The thing about home practice is you get to do all kinds of goofy stuff. Nobody's looking. In breath. Waggle your jaw. Move your face around. Relax your eyes. Out breath. Take a big breath in. Extend that right arm forward and find your recovery position on the right side. Head on arm bone. The key piece here is to feel that tug towards the earth. Just really hand over to gravity, right? Okay, reach that arm bone out, hands under your shoulders, sits bones back. Let's come to our down dog. Walking your dog. Doing whatever the heck you want in your dog. So undulating, you can do your speed walk that involves that little twist. If you want to open up your rib cage. What is it that your body in particular needs? Does it need to bounce? Just goof around, following your own instinct, tracing your own tensions. Okay. Find your real dog, your conservative dog, your still dog, and breathe 3 times, nice and deep. Lift your left. Feel all that lymph, wonderful. Those lymph nodes right at your hip points are clearing out as we speak. So your hip is square. Pull it towards your chest. High push up. Back towards your chest and back, chest and back. One more time, towards chest and back. This time we're going for pigeon, king pigeon. Find your bolster if you like. Oh, I'm more like a cock, more like a rooster here. Open, right? Throat, lungs, long, powerful breath. Right through that open throat, open thymus, right into that belly. Strengthening our nervous system, lengthening our muscles, our fascia, running energy through those front lines. Couple more breaths. So we're trying to open this left hip, haunch, butt, and this hip flexor, and this quad. You want to keep your big toe streaming out that right leg. Okay, so we're going to do kind of a push-up here. Bend your elbows, curl your back toe under, push up till you get that left foot in between your hand. Same muscle group. Lengthening that quad all the way down to that big toe. Pull it towards us. Pigeon, pyramid. Big breaths in. So I don't know, can you see me? Yeah, lengthening down that front leg, heading your face to your knee. Oh, head below heart, so all of that blood's getting into your brain, washing, cleaning, cleansing. In breath, we lift a little bit. Out breath, we release. In breath, lift. Out breath, release. You can keep a little micro bend in that front knee or macro if that feels good. In breath, lift. Out breath, lengthen. In breath, lift. Out breath, lengthen. Bend that knee deeply, connect with your body. Pop your hands forward and lift your leg. Balancing, strengthening. Lengthen right out that toe. Big breath. Big breath. Pull that foot towards our left. And we're going for our forward fold. Irresistible. I really shouldn't do it. I'm going to do my bolster right in here. You can keep your knees a little bit bent if you like. If you do have a bolster in here like Shelly, that opens, I mean, I don't know if you do have a bolster, Shelly, but it opens your diaphragm in this very pleasing fashion. Yeah, like I say, I think home practice is wonderful in that same theme that we've been developing forever, to learn your own body and your own yoga. So you really can, in the privacy of your own living room, goof around with all of these asanas and just do little improvisations with them if you like. Because, you know, nobody's judging you. I honestly think that is the deepest yoga we can do when we're listening with a very, very accurate ear to exactly what our body wants and breathing deeply. Okay, bend your knees, bounce a little bit. I want to do one little qigong. I think I've done it with you guys before. So curling up vertebra by vertebra. Here we are here in our mountain. Feet a little bit far apart. Knees over ankles, hip points over knees. Hat in the upright position. So, qigong, bouncing. Sifting. So you just let your joints go soft and buoyant. It's about buoyancy, resilience. It's like the physical manifestation of buoyancy and resilience. super hangy outy belly. Totally relaxed, released belly. Bounce, 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 bounce. Check your armpits. Make sure your armpits are relaxed and released. Your weight's evenly distributed on the floor. Okay, let that get smaller. Keep your crown ascending. Let your breath rise your arms up. Bend over. Scoop the earth. In breath. Draw your hands up your front lines, 4 inches off your body, all the way up, all the way up. Extend it to the heaven. Out breath. Grab that whole earth. Bent arms, face open. In breath, scoop heaven. Draw it down our front body. Feel your hands. Make that real. Your hands are combing your front lines all the way down, all the way down. Scoop big arms. Draw it up, out. In breath, scoop heaven. Draw it down. Get to the bottom, scoop. In breath, up, out. In breath, scoop. Draw it down. In breath, scoop. Out breath. In breath, grab heaven. This time, uber slow with great mindfulness. We're using our hands to really clear everything. Feel them. Feel your hands in relation to your body. So now you've got your hands right in front of your belly button, actually the dantian, right underneath your belly button. Your hands are about 4 inches. You can bounce a little bit if you need to. Wriggle your feet so you got a really nice, firm, grounded feeling through your feet. And just hold your hands in relation to your dantian. So you've got this relationship bouncing between your low belly and the center of your palm, right there. Pericardium 8, 5. Don't let your legs get stiff if you need to bounce a little bit. I think I told you this story. I have a friend who studied with I think he was actually a kung fu dude, Jesse Glover. And he would stand in horse stance in his garage for hours like this. A little deeper, you know, like the horse stance for the martial arts is a little bit more fierce. He cracked the cement floor with his chi. True. So we're really generating our own chi, our cauldron, right? This is where all of our energy of vitality, reproduction, power, groundedness, strength lives. So we're cultivating that for these frickin' viruses. Yeah. All right. Come back together. I have to go to the farm, but I'll leave you with your flow. You know the flow. Come to the front of the mat, Hands in prayer. In breath. Out breath. In breath, halfway lift. Catch your breath. Step back. Out breath. Elbows towards body. Halfway down. In breath. Up dog. Out breath. Down dog. In breath. Arm through. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. 3 big breaths in your down dog. One, 2, 3. Look through. Hop or step, you land in your 90 degree. Out breath. Full forward fold. In breath, deep knee bend either into chair or all the way up. Circling arms through. Prayer to heart. Do that for as long as you like, and then take a Shavasana. This hat has to go.